Here we are in the QBO gym, which is a place that has numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you each month, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do an entire month's worth of these all on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. But let's get into today's exercise, which is being pulled from our June Year 1 Cool Down section. At the top here is an animated video to give you a synopsis of what is going on in Craig's world this month. He is our fictitious business owner and your client. Below that is an interactive pre-assessment quiz that relates to the video up above. Below that are the exercises in this section. And at the bottom here is an optional area where after you have gone through all of these exercises and completed them, you will unlock some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everyone what you have learned so far. So let's get into our exercise. It's the last one in this section where we are going to practice running Craig's reports. Go ahead and click on that link to have the exercise pulled up for you. I have it here on the right-hand side, so let's read through the scenario. Now that you have reconciled the bank statements and updated inventory, it's time to run reports. This month, all you'll need is a simple P&L or profit and loss and balance sheet. You will need to be in the same session of the sample company that you did the previous exercises in. If you have not completed those 5 exercises, please click on the link on the top right corner of your screen. That'll take you to that first exercise. Complete that one and all the ones after that until you get back to this one. They all build on each other, so it's really important that you start with that first one. I have the sample company over here on the left side of my screen. This is the last page that I left off of from the previous exercise, which is why it looks this way. But let's go ahead and get started with the exercise. The first thing we're going to run is that profit and loss report. So on the left navigation bar, we're going to click on reports to get back to that reporting center. So reports is about halfway down. Go ahead and select it. And then you will see this profit and loss. Go ahead and click on that. Now let's take a look at what you are looking at here. In a real life scenario, you may want to adjust the dates according to what Craig wants to see on a regular basis. For the purpose of this exercise, leave the default to this year to date. So if I scroll back up here, this report period is showing year to date. You can also see that right here. If you need to change the reporting period, you can always adjust it here and then run the report again. Now, note that because you created that retail sales income account, you can now see exactly how much money Craig made on his new retail. So if I scroll down here, you will see this, which one, the retail sales income, which is right here, you can see how much was actually made. Note that the purchases retail account is now 0. That is down here under this cost of goods sold. It shows as 0. And that is because of the journal entry that we just did in the previous exercise. It redistributed the previous amount that was here to the COGS account as seen on the line above. And the inventory asset account, which you will see on the balance sheet in the next section. But that is how you would read this. Just a couple of things to look at for that profit and loss report. If you wanted to send it to Craig at that point, you can either email it, print it, or you can export it to an Excel or PDF and send it to him that way. But that's it. That's all with the profit and loss. So let's move on to the balance sheet. Let's get back to that reporting center by clicking on Back to Report List. That's on the top left corner. And then this time we are going to click on Balance Sheet. And now that balance sheet has been run for us. And so let's take a little bit of a closer look at this. Note that Craig has 2 inventory asset accounts, inventory retail and inventory asset. You can see both of those right here. The first one is the one that we set up to track the value of Craig's retail products. There is only a value here because you use the journal entry to add it because it's periodic inventory. The second one that is listed here, this inventory asset, is the one that was previously established by Craig's Landscaping Inventory Products. This one is updated anytime an inventory product is bought or sold. This is perpetual inventory. Now, note that a business would typically not use both the periodic and the perpetual inventory methods simultaneously. You are only seeing both of them here as an example. Or for example purposes. In a real life scenario, a business owner would use one or the other, but now you have learned both, and so you are more fully prepared to know what you might encounter. So, as a final note here, in a real life scenario, you may want to also provide an inventory valuation summary report to Craig each month. In a perpetual inventory system using QBO's inventory products, this would show how many of each item are on hand and the value of each. In this scenario and the last several exercises, however, you have been using periodic inventory, so these items will not show up on that report. So there's no point in us doing that, running that report. But if you wanted to, you would just go back to the reporting center and you can do a search for it and run it that way. But if we ran it right now, it would not show up the things because we've been using periodic inventory. So that's it. That is that simple on how you would run reports. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. We have finished the June issue of the QBO Gym. Congratulations, you did a great job. Keep on practicing and be on the lookout for our July issue, and I will see you then.